Afternoon, guys. It's December 27th. This is an old scraper Bob and I bought together sometime back, over a year ago. It's been out a little bit. Tires were all flat when we bought it. We have never hooked this up. Well, we hooked it up to get it off the trailer. And as soon as we raised the bowl, the cylinders were leaking profusely. So it was decent out today, and we decided that maybe it was a good day to tear hydraulic cylinders apart. So we tore one apart, and we went down to a buddy's, the one I always mention on here, and got some parts for it. Bob's in the shop. I had to come get my phone. Bob's in the shop putting it back together. We got one completed. Just needs shoved back together, and he's changing seals on the other one. Ignore the mess. This is Bob's mess. I don't know why he doesn't clean it up. So he's putting the O-ring on there to seal the piston. And the ones that were leaking was the seal that seals the shaft. When we took the one down to the shop, it literally just fell out in pieces. We don't know how long the scraper had sat before we had bought it, but it wasn't in use when we bought it. This one come out in pieces already on the piston. And we put an updated one. I don't think it had an O-ring under it, huh?
Built in.
Yeah, I think it just goes on. So, here's a wiper. Most of you guys watching probably understand these, but there's a wiper and then an O-ring that sits together. Takes up space in there. A little bit of rust on it. I have to clean it up. These are going to be the same as the other end, huh?
Mm-hmm.
When we took that cap off, there was quite a bit of water in the barrel. So I'm assuming that's why we have some rust there. All right, we'll get this apart. Bob went to get a chisel to get that seal out. This morning, too, on our sprayer, we've had a leak up here. And it looked to be this line. It was dripping off that line. Well, we assumed that that line was bad. It goes up in here. Yeah, it's hard to see. It 90s into this, into the back in there. Anyway, so I got a wrench to break it loose, and I didn't put any pressure at all, and the wrench fell over. So I did get about a half of a turn on it, tighten it up, and then I blew this off with some carb cleaner so I can tell if it's still leaking. It wasn't a detrimental leak, but so that's about all I've got done today, was worked on that leak and working on this. This is a dirt seal. Bob just popped it out with a chisel.
Seal on the dirt, yeah.
Keeping the water in the dirt. That other one, did you get it out yet?
Mm-hmm.
So this one on the other one literally just completely fell apart when he stuck a pick on it. Yep, just like that one. That one's a little better. The other one come out in 50 pieces. You can see it's just brittle. No, this way. Pressure's against it. Alright, we'll get our ring in the front and start putting her back together. We got the other seal in, and then that other one slid right on when she lined it up. Yep. Get the cap on, get the piston on. Got that little O-ring for it. You got a gun? There's an O-ring here. I'll quit hitting the camera in behind there to seal that piston. Then a nut on it so he drops it in the dirt.
Yep.
Torque to spec. And off we go. Alright, then on this end we've got the same O-ring and wiper that we had on the other end. There's a storm in there, I guess. Run your pick between them though. Some assembly lube or assembly rust. These cylinders have been replaced. They welded those ends on, and I question it dumps as much as it should. I don't know if it's as high as it was originally, but we'll see if it works. Hammer. Looks like you got it. Alright, that's good. That's all right, we'll get it done. Slide your cap in though. Snap ring holds that on. We got these bolts tightened. Got that cloth right. Tighten this up. Put this hose on. This side will be done. Talking about that being O-ring, but I don't know. Need them ice cream or them here. That one will be done.